Hello student, Assalamu alaikum. Myself Ahkam Ansari. Student, in today's session we are going to learn CSS. Okay, you have already learned what is CSS. CSS is a cascading style sheet and it is an advanced version or advanced tool for developing or creating websites. Okay, we have learned in our previous lectures that HTML is a tool or HTML is a language to design web pages, but with the help of CSS we can create a very interactive as well as attractive websites. Okay, so the thing is that right now we have in a period of technology. Each day we are getting new technologies, so it's a very important to create a good web application so the customer or the user can attract towards your web application or websites. So at this place CSS plays an important role for designing a very attractive website to the customer or to the user of that particular web application or website. So we are going to start CSS. In our previous lecture we have seen what are the CSS, how CSS work with HTML. Okay, so just we will move on some properties of CSS. Okay, properties means we have already discussed what is property. Properties is nothing but attribute in HTML. So it's our third or fourth lecture of CSS. I think you got the little bit about CSS, how CSS work and what are the CSS properties, how these CSS properties are applied on HTML pages, and how our web page become a very good or become very interactive by using CSS style or by using CSS application. Okay, so now let's have a look on what we are going to learn in today's lecture. So our chapter name is, we have already discussed, that is our first chapter of advanced web designing. It is advanced web designing, and our today's topic is CSS properties. Okay, we have already learned some properties. Now we will see the new one, that is font weight. As the name font name is clearly mentioned that we are going to do something or we are going to change something to our text. What is mean by font? Font means we are going to change something inside the text of our page. Okay, so we are going to use a property given by the CSS, that is a font weight. See the definition. It's not definition actually, just little bit about the font weight. Just read out. Font weight is a property of CSS, we know, which is used to bold the text. Okay, which is used to bold the text. What is mean by bold? Okay, what is mean by bold? When you see a newspaper or when you check any web application or website, you will notice that the font size, the text size of your web page, at different period the size of text is different. Somewhere you will see the little font, the size is thicker. Sometimes you will see the size in bold, that is the size is higher. Or so this size, the size of text is nothing but we are going to change the thickness of the text. So if you want to change the thickness or boldness of the text or font, we will use font weight property of CSS. So in simple way we can say font weight is a property of CSS which is used to resize the text, or we can use to thick the text or change some changes in size of the text or font. Okay, so if there is in definition it's given too bold. Too bold means there is a normal size. Okay, there is a fixed normal size. If you want to use font weight property, the font size of the particular text will be normal, because CSS or HTML already provide a fixed size of text which will be present on your browser if you want to use any font weight. But what is the use of font weight? You are going to change the size of the text. Okay, if you want to use font weight, the font size will be similar or font size will be normal on all web pages, but you are going to change the font text according to your requirement. As I told you, that on your web page we are using n number of the size. Sometimes we use little higher, sometimes we use normal, sometimes we use little larger. Okay, so according to our requirement we will use font weight. If you want to use font weight, there is a fixed size of the font. So for example, see, I am using 3 H tag, that is H1, H3 and H2 tag. Here font weight, what is the font weight? Is a property which is used to assign the size or thickness of the text. So here is 100. So the thing is that on your exam point of view, I just want to tell you font weight properties support 9 range of the size or 9 range of the boldness or thickness. You can just understand font weight property in CSS supports 9 size or 9 different size of text boldness or text thickness, and this size is categorized in 3 way. The size is categorized in 3 limit or 3 size. The first one, that is if I write font weight colon 100, so 100 is, I am just repeating, font weight is categorized into 3 different size or 3 different boldness or 3 different thickness, and this thickness is start from 100 to 900. Okay, are you getting my point? Font weight property support 9 range of thickness. The range is start from 100 and ends on 900. Okay, start from 100 and ends on 900. So which, as I am asking just to you, which one will be lighter and which one will be boldest? Just tell me. If we have a range of text and this range is nothing but the size or boldness of the text, and the first range and range start from 100 and ends to 900, so just logically tell me what would be the first or what would be the lightest font text. I think your answer will be 100, because the range is going to start from 100, so the lighter one will be 100. And what could be the boldest one? And the boldest one is 900. So what is 400? So in 400 means normal text. Just student try to understand what is the font weight colon 400. 400 value is a normal text size or normal font size or normal bold size. Okay, start from the lightest one is 100 and the highest one is 900, and what is the normal? Normal is 400. Now we come to logic. What is the logic behind this font weight? If you want to use, it will assign by default, it will assign or it will accept as a 400. Your font weight will be accepted as per the CSS rule, it will be accepted 400. If you assign less than 400, it will come under the category of thinner, okay, or you can say lighter. Means 400 is your normal size. If the value less than 400 means if it is 300, if it is 200 or if it is 100, it will come under the category of lighter. Okay, but if you use more than 400, okay, means if you are using 500, 600, 700, 800, it will come as a more than normal, so it will be bolder. Okay, and what is the 900? 900 is a boldest, or you can say it's a highest. So in simple way we can say that font weight is a property of CSS which support 9 range of size or 9 range of boldness to its particular text or particular font. The range start from 100 and it ends on 900, and the lighter part is 100 and the boldest part is 900, and the normal size is 400. If you won't assign any font weight, the normal size will be 400. Even instead of giving values, means I have written 100 is a value, Okay, here I have written 400. 400 is a value, and here I have written 900. So 900 is a value. Even instead of values, I can write 400 is a normal value. So instead of 400, I can write normal. Okay, instead of 900, I can write boldest. Okay, so you can assign either values or you can assign normal, bold, boldest. These values also supported by CSS. But the good thing is that you have to assign some value, so it will reflect the actual size or actual picture on your web browser. Now let's have a look on how these properties work in HTML, how we create a simple HTML page, then we will assign these properties by using CSS. So we are going to start our notepad. In that notepad we will create a simple HTML page, then we will apply our CSS. In our previous lectures we are applying CSS by using internal CSS, means in which we will use style as a HTML element, and in that particular style tag we will assign CSS property, and this CSS is called as a internal style because we use CSS style as a HTML tag, and this HTML tag will be on HTML head section, that is between opening and closing head section. We will take a style tag and we will assign these CSS properties. So let's have a look on how we are going to create HTML. Okay, so I will move to my desktop, then I will type notepad. So it's our application which is used to create a simple HTML page. So the first thing is that I will write doc type HTML. This line shows that I am writing code inside the HTML5 because we have a number of version and the latest one is the HTML5. After that I will write basic tag of HTML, that is the first tag of HTML, and last tag of HTML, that is HTML opening and closing. Between these two opening and closing HTML tags we will put all other tags supported by the HTML5. So the first tag inside the HTML page or after HTML tag is a head tag, which defines that this section is called as a head section. I am writing opening and closing at the same time. Okay, the logic behind that writing opening and closing tag at that same time is when you save your program, it will properly work or it will be properly run, because sometime if you write code line by line, there is a possibility that you may miss some closing tags. So it is a good idea to write opening and closing tag at the same time. Okay, then I will write body tag and closing body tag. So it's my basic, these are three HTML tags which are also called as the building blocks of HTML. Without these tags we cannot create any HTML page. So it's a basic requirement for HTML page. Now you have to write something or you have to add other tag inside the body tag. So I will take p tag, okay, and I will write this is normal text. Okay, I just want to save the file. Click on save, then it will ask where you want to save. Currently it is saving on desktop, so okay, no problem, I can save on here. So wait, our today's topic is a font weight, so I will just write weight.html. Now save the file, flip back to your browser, you will get the file is created with the name of weight. I will just double click on to run my program. So you may notice that the paragraph tag have displayed on our browser. This is normal text. Okay, I just want to zoom it so you can get the clear picture of what's going on your browser. Okay, so this is normal text. Right now I have not used any CSS property. It's a normal paragraph tag. So you can see the size. This size is not normal because I have zoomed the page, but I will show you how to add different CSS font weight. So font weight, we will assign some value starting from 100. 100 is a lighter, and what is the normal? Normal is a 400. I just want to show the 400. Why? Because if you won't use any property, okay, if you won't use any property, the text size will be normal. Okay, so I will just add CSS. Where to add? Inside our head section I will add style tag. Okay, I will add style, then I will add closing style. Okay, so inside that I will add CSS property. For example, currently I am using P, so I will put P tag, then opening and closing curly brackets. Why? Because it's a style of CSS, or it's a rule of CSS, or it's a syntax of CSS. First we have to assign what is a P here. P here is a selector, and opening curly brackets and closing curly bracket means it's a range in which you have to define the property. Okay, so you can assign a number of property between these opening and closing curly bracket. Okay, so what is our property? That is font weight, and then you have to assign colon. So if I assign 400, just see, if I assign 400, and we know 400 is a normal size, just see, if I save the file and I am going to add one more paragraph. I will add Control C and Control V. So for example, this is normal text with CSS. Okay, and this one is without CSS. Now the thing is that if I save this file, the effect will be available on both the paragraph tag, because if you use P tag, it will take all the P tag. Okay, I just want to show you. Please student, don't be confused. I will tell you how we assign a unique property. Okay, this is normal tag. The size of this and size of this is same. Why? Because we have used normal. But the thing is that if you want to assign, for example, actually ID, we have one concept in CSS. One is ID and one is class. Okay, this part I will tell you later, what is ID and what is class. But for time being, just try to understand if we have n number of pieces, because in a web page we can have more than one paragraph tag, more than one h1 tag, h2 tag, h3 tag. What these are the some tags which we can use inside our web page. Okay, okay, so in CSS we have ID and class. These are two concepts in CSS which is very helpful and which is very important for your future point of view. ID and class, you can assume that if I say ID, I just want to explain ID little bit. In next lecture I will tell you, or we will learn from scratch what is ID and what is class, but for time being just try to understand. ID means the uniqueness. Okay, if we have a class of 50 students, in that class we may have n number of the person with the same name. Okay, if I ask who is Ahmad, who is Seema, who is Pooja, there is a chances that there may be n number of the Ahmad, n number of the Pooja, or n number of the Seema, means the value can be duplicated. But in other case, if I say who is roll number 5, who is roll number 6, who is roll number 7, there is a 100% chance there is only one student assigned to roll number 5, there is one student assigned to roll number 10, roll number 6, whatever. So here roll number work as a ID. So in CSS we have two concepts. If you want to access unique thing, we have to use ID, and if you want to access in a group, we have to use class. So this thing we will see in detail, but for time being I am just going to use ID, because in our page we have two paragraph tag. See the code here, we have this paragraph and this paragraph tag. Okay, so if I assign p tag here in CSS, so it will assign on both the paragraph tag. But if I assign ID as an attribute, so it will assign only to that particular ID or that particular p tag. For example, I am going to assign ID equals to hello. Hello is ID. Now this ID is belongs to this paragraph tag. We have two paragraph tag. This is the p1 and this again p tag, sorry, this is p tag and again this is p tag. So here I have assigned ID. Okay, what is the ID of this paragraph tag? Is a hello. So if I use ID, so it will directly access to these tags. Okay, just I want to show you that, forget this. So if I use ID, so what is the ID? ID is hello. I will just write, instead of writing the selector, that is p tag, I am going to writing the ID. What is the ID? ID is hello. And how ID is defined in CSS? Just put one hash symbol before your ID. Okay, so hash is a symbol which is used to indicate the ID. And what is hello? Hello is a ID value. So hello is come from here where you have assigned ID equal to hello. Okay, now again the rest thing will be same. For example, I just want to show you color, which we have learned in number of time. Color equal to green and semicolon. I will just save the file. Now see, we have two paragraph tag. One is this one and one is this one. If you won't use ID, or if you write only p tag, okay, if you write only p tag, the color green will be assigned to both the p tag. See the output. Okay, I just want to save the file. Save, flip back to your browser. I just want to refresh the page. Now the color of the paragraph has been changed to green. Why? Because I have given p tag to color as a green. But if you want to assign only to this, means if you want to change the color of this paragraph, so in that case you have to use ID. What is the ID of this paragraph? The ID of this paragraph is hello. And how we indicate that this value is ID, not HTML tag? So before that we have to just put a hash symbol. Okay, now this symbol is indicate that this word is a ID of some particular HTML tag. So it will search where is the ID, and ID is a unique, means you cannot assign same ID to different HTML elements. Like in our class, we cannot assign roll number 5 to more than one student. So if you call roll number 5 students coming, what is the logic? Okay, so just save the file, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Okay, now only this one, which ID is hello, is changed to green color and the rest is normal. Okay, I think you get the clear picture what is ID. In later lecture, in coming lecture, I will tell you what is ID and what is class. Don't mind, I just shown you how IDs work. But in today's lecture we will talk about font weight. Now I am going to change to this property to font. So again I am going to add one more property. Okay, font weight and call it font weight. So initially I say we have 9 values for font weight starting from 100 and to 900, and if you use 400, it's a normal, so I am going to use 400. Okay, then semicolon. I just want to save the file, save it, flip back to your browser. Now see, is there any change in the size? See, is there any change in the size? The first one I am using the color attribute, as well as I have used font weight attribute, but I have given size as a 400. As we know, 400 is a normal size, means if you want assign size in the second paragraph, I have not used any font weight, but the size of this paragraph and this paragraph is same. Okay, because 400 is a normal size. Now I am going to change the size. Instead of 400, now I am going to take 900. What is 900? 900 is a highest value of font weight property. So if you use 900, just save the file. Okay, I will press Ctrl S, flip back to my browser. Now see, currently it's the size of this paragraph and this paragraph is same. I will just refresh the page. Now see, the size of this paragraph has been changed to the highest font weight size. It's a 900. Okay, it's a 900. It's the boldest you can see. So the 100 is the lightest, 400 is a normal, and 900 is a boldest. Even we have some value, as I told you, instead of value you can assign some text property, like instead of number you can assign word also. For example, font weight, if I write font weight normal, okay, again it will work. Just save the file, but it will display normal size. Let's check. Just refresh the file. Now the text become normal. Okay, now you can assign to bold also. Instead of giving any values, you can put values like bold. As we know, what is a bold value? Bold value is a 700. 100 is a lighter, 400 is normal, 700 is bold, and 900 is boldest. Click on file, Ctrl S, I will press, flip back to my browser. Now currently it's a normal, but inside that I have written bold, so this will change to bold. Are you getting my point? This is normal text. Okay, here I am using bold as a word property. Word means I have written bold instead of giving number. Again, if I write 700 instead of bold, if I write 700, what is the value of 700? 700 is bold value. Just click the file, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Okay, so there is no change. Why? Because instead of bold I have given 700. Okay, see here, I have given 700. So you can assign either value in numerics or in words, but for word we have only 4 things. One is lighter, one is normal, one is bold, and one is boldest. And if you are going to assign some value in numeric form, so you can assign from 100 range to 900, where 100 is a lighter one and 900 is the boldest one, and 400 is normal. Okay, I think it's a very clear what is font weight property. So in this lecture we have already covered some IDs, what is ID, but don't worry, if you have any problem regarding ID. We have a special lecture for ID and class concept in CSS, because if we use external CSS or in CSS, ID and class is a very good concept, or it's a very important concept you have to learn. For initial or for learning basis, it's okay, we are going with the HTML elements, but in our coming version we will use ID and class as well. Okay, thank you very much, thank you for listening, keep watching, stay tuned with this channel. Inshallah I will back again with some new features, new property of CSS